back to this lighting because I'm lazy. Nobody make fun of my shirt, alright? It's just a cool, sheer shirt. It's not a pajama shirt, it's just cool and I like it. Today, I decided that I was going to talk about something that kind of bugs me. A couple of my verbal pet peeves, because I have conversations with people and sometimes they say things that either don't make sense or don't really work for the situation. First one I'm going to talk about is when people shorten words. Mostly happens with girls in my experience, but guys, I have definitely seen you do the same thing. Is when you take a perfectly normal word and cut off maybe half of it and say it in your regular vocabulary. Oh my god, they are so fresh. That's perf. Pff. Obvi. I understand, like, if you were writing them and you wanted to shorten them, I kind of understand that, simply because it's time saving. And I'm just really hoping that, like, if you have that in your vocabulary, that when you're having a conversation with, you know, someone trying to give you a job, bigger deal of a situation, that you're able to control that part of your vocabulary, because those aren't real words. Another thing is when you're talking to someone, you know, just starting a conversation, with their arms in a sling or something, and you look at them and you say, "Oh my god, what happened?" And then they're like, "Oh, I broke my arm." Really? I wasn't able to gather that from the large neon cast engulfing the majority of your forearm. I'm trying to figure out how you freaking broke your arm. I can see pretty clearly that your arm is broken. I do live in society. I know how these things work. Something else along, you know, similar lines is that when you have a conversation with someone and you start your conversation with someone and you go, "Oh, how are you?" "Oh, you know." No, I do not, in fact. Why would I ask if I actually knew how you were doing? Something else that some people just might not realize that they're saying. The phrase, "for all intensive purposes." Please someone explain to me what an intensive purpose is, because as far as I know, intensive is actually a noun. It's not necessarily an adjective, and therefore a purpose cannot be intensive. Actually, the correct phrase is "for all intents and purposes." I guess if, you know, you heard someone say it really, really quickly, it just sounds like "for all intensive purposes," but because when you say it, you're trying to say, you know, for what's happening right now, what's going on with the situation, we don't really need to do it to the extent at which you are talking about. There's no such thing as an intensive purpose. Dropping some knowledge on you today, people. Boom, ba boom, ba boom. Something else that I have noticed is a thing in people's lives is the phrase ATM machine or PIN number. I don't know if you are aware, but the M in ATM in fact stands for machine, and the N in PIN stands for number. In reality, you're saying automated teller machine and personal identification number. Probably done purposefully, is that those things are called RAP phrases, which stand for redundant acronym phrases. So, yeah, comic moment within itself, because the name for them is actually what they are, but it doesn't mean that when you say it, it's correct. I've heard less people start, you know, calling ATM machines and just calling them ATMs, because people realize that the M in ATM stands for machine, but a lot of people still say PIN number. So, and I think I say PIN number sometimes. So, you know, let's work on it together, folks. Let's work on making our vocabulary stronger and making that change for each other. You know, this actually took a lot less time than I thought it was going to. So make sure you are subscribing to my channel. I put out new videos every Sunday. Sometimes they're during the day and I have nicer lighting, and sometimes they're at night because I just didn't feel like doing it earlier today because I was tired and I wanted to eat some grilled cheese and tomato soup. Bleh. Check out the blog. I've been posting a lot lately, actually, because things are happening in life. If you have any suggestions for more videos, please comment below, or if there's anything that you just want to talk about. Maybe I'll have some special guests of people you don't know. Maybe I'll have some special guests of people you might recognize. Depends on who you are, because that's the reality of life. Again, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Subscribe to the blog, subscribe to the vlogity, subscribe to all of it, and I'll catch you guys later. Much love!